Constance on Charming Custom Crafts and Facebook and Instagram. Now, I'm not driving. My husband is, and the car is, technically. And as you guys can see, I do have the doggies in the back, so it might be a little bit loud on occasion for the dogs barking. So we are live, and it might be a little bit bumpy. So I did say that we would get back in the car. And we did see that Elon said it was okay to actually stream live now. But again, my husband is driving. He's over here, so you can't see him, it's dark. And I'm not. And this is so that I can record anyway. So for those who have been wanting to see this, so we are going to go out into the city. So we are in the country. We live in the country here in Texas. So it was actually, I think he tweeted it, right? That it was okay. It was a part of the disclosure. But again, he's not driving. I mean, he's driving. I'm not. So as you guys can see, I'm going to try to stabilize here to where you guys can see the new update here. We're doing a 43. Whoop, bumpy. Doing 43 and 45. I'm trying to stabilize here, sorry. But
yeah, when you're not actually doing the driving, it seems a lot faster for some reason. When you're not in full control on the city streets, and the beta is making the turns for you and everything, you have to be hyper vigilant, and everything seems faster than it is. So, even though I'm going under the speed limit, it almost feels like white knuckling it, going a lot faster. But again, that's just the lack of control, the lack of personal control.
yeah, and that's definitely, we noticed that was true in the residential areas, because we're used to actually slowing down in residential areas. It's one thing that everybody caught in the for the self-driving is we're all used to slowing down, and the self-driving is gonna actually take the speed limit. So
this version is all cameras. There's no radar, there's no LiDAR. This is 100% cameras, just like the human eye uses when it drives.
And you can see that the camera is actually on right there. So it is actually watching him. And that is, again, the first time. He was lucky. Matter of fact, he told me tonight that one of the guys at work has had his car longer, and he got a 97. And he was pretty ticked off that my husband got a perfect score. And my husband was one of the lucky few that got the, was in the 1,000. So, again, we are out in the country. And so it's interesting because we already have the self-driving on these roads anyway. But to be able to see the double line, the yellow dotted line, and the side road, the red lines, when we actually do not have lines on the side, it's very interesting for us to be able to see that on the road, that the car actually recognizes it. And then, of course, the guideline now.
And even when you're on a road without a yellow line, it will create its own, based on where the middle of the road is, if you are on one of those little unpaved or faded streets. It'll create its own imaginary boundary that it won't cross.
Yeah, you notice that even for these driveways that it's showing it, because these are like country driveways, that it's showing actual like faded driveways out. That's something I'm catching. Because I mean, the one thing, ooh, that's interesting. Now that's something you should report. Yep. Because it's pulling into like side driveways. Because that's a pull into somebody's driveway.
I had to drive like a grandma for 2 weeks to qualify for this, and I think the method of their madness is starting to show, because you have to be hyper vigilant and watching out what this thing does.
And I did it again. Yep, it pulled into a side drive. See, and again, there's no lines on the side over here, and it's giving us lines.
we're helping to train the system so that it will be better in future iterations.
Especially over here. And there's actually quite a bit of people that have cars here. And that is because we're actually not far from a parlor. It's actually, if you guys heard my last video, I know that a lot of people are going, you know, you're in Texas. This is now where the, you know, the headquarters is. Our baby's back here. There is nobody back here, guys. Is there anybody over here? What are they barking at? Barking at the window. There's like nothing back here. So I'm interested to see. Shh. Ooh, look at. Look how it's showing it. All right. Okay. I told you you'd have to worry about the barking. Girls and boy, that's enough. That's enough, Coco.
All right, here we go.
So
unprotected left turn.
So this will be interesting too, because it's I don't see it picking up the cones. It's not picking up cones. Oh, now it's picking up one or two of them. Oh. Okay, might want to report that. So it absolutely did not pick up the cutoff. We do have a lot of construction, and a lot of people don't know that here in Texas, especially around San Antonio, because they are redoing a lot of the roads. See, now it's not picking up any of the cones on the right side. Well, it picked up a couple. But they are doing some massive reconstruction to the roads. I'd be real careful with self-driving through here.
That's one of the things they want people to do, is to challenge the system.
And we have a lot of construction going on. And San Antonio has become, and around the surrounding areas, has become the new Atlanta. And if you don't understand by what we mean by that, is because we actually lived down around Atlanta when it was booming. And that's when everybody like merged to Atlanta, and Atlanta became like the hubbub of the entire area, and it boomed. And now San Antonio has become the big hubbub, as well as Austin. Houston is probably third now in the booming area. But San Antonio, they're just barely trying to keep up with it, and they've been doing this construction for 10 years. So they've got like a side road everywhere, and this entire side road everywhere is called frontage road, especially around I-10. But it's all called frontage road, which is funny. It doesn't matter where you're at, it's all frontage road. Yep. Whoa. You gotta report that. You got a car behind you, Mike? Yeah. And this is where they're redoing a bridge too, so this was really good to be able to show that. So this is what normally is the one side, but they are completely redoing this. So this is actually good to show you guys that. So your sticker comes in handy right about now on the back of this.
This guy's not a fan.
Nope.
Asshole.
Yep.
I can't say about
That's enough. Don't worry, my channel's not for children, so. Yep. Not a lot of people big fans of Teslas. It's either you're a Tesla fan or you're not. We actually have cars here that people have just said, you know what, I changed my mind. They have an overflow parking lot. And it's sad too, because so many people are just dying to get them. Oh, it's taking the back way into Walmart. I would never take the back way here. But interesting. Why is it saying there's a car there over a bridge? That's weird. Okay, let's see. Whoa, what's it doing? What's it doing? Interesting. Oh, it's taking all the curves. Wow, it's taking a lot of curves to take the back way into Walmart. Wow. Y'all are seeing that. It's taking like the full back way. What's it doing? Ooh.
It's not going to park. It won't park. Don't worry about that.
No, but it's wow. Wait. It stopped. Did you stop it or did it stop?
That was... I had to take over.
Yeah, because it was about to hit. Did you report that? That was interesting. Okay, Coco. Oh, you just so funny. So that was interesting. Why don't you go over to the post office? Because the post office is like right downtown. Coco, stop.
Take me to the post office.
So this will be interesting. Coco, stop. Yeah, because that's going to take you right down through Main Street and some of the side roads. So definitely gets you away from all the people. Coco. He's a puppy, folks. I'm sorry. Coco, stop. Well, let's get out of the parking lot first. Yes, puppy. They never get out. Okay, we're getting out. Okay. Okay, we're gonna go. Okay, honey.
Figure out where you are.
Let's see. Is it guiding? Okay, see the guideline.
It's very apprehensive.
Okay.
Nobody behind us.
Okay, Coco. I know. Okay, buddy. Here. That's enough.
Yeah, those were turning.
So luckily, there's no stop sign right here. So it is figuring out where we're going. It's slow moving. So it's just being a little bit... Okay, now it's picking up.
Yeah, I did that.
Okay, it's going to the right.
Okay. So far, so good there.
See the red light. It's looking. Again, it's all on cameras. There's no radar. It took the radar off when we agreed to this. And at any point in time, we can, of course, decline it. But hey, we paid the extra... What we paid extra $8,000. It's now $10,000. Yeah. When we bought the car. And now I'm getting it on the Cybertruck, which I do have a name for my Cybertruck. I just won't tell anybody. I did tell everybody I was going to call it the Silver Surfer, but that's not what I'm calling it. So if you're welcome to the name. And I was just discussing whether or not I was going to put a skin on it or not tonight to match the name. I'm still just undecisive because I still like the idea of it being just straight up slick. But for me to do what I'm thinking about doing is probably going to cost me like $4,000 or $5,000, if not more. Wait, they got CBD oil. I need to get some good CBD oil. I do have some, but I need more for my all natural. So this is... Now again, because I'm not driving, the disclosures allowing me to be able. Unlike before with the original beta testers, I'm not driving. He is, and the car is driving. So his hands, if you see, are right here. And the other one's on the other side of the wheel. And the camera is, once again,
Well,
it is on.
That's the hazard symbol.
Okay, well, the hazard, yeah, it's over here.
It works because
No, it's on. No.
I've seen reports that if you cover it up, or if you can't see it, it'll take you out of autopilot.
I think somebody just said something. I apologize. So, if you say it again, I'll probably catch it.
But the initial hand-picked 2,000 beta testers had to sign a non-disclosure agreement saying that they wouldn't broadcast live. There's no such requirement, thankfully, for this newest batch, so we're going to push the envelope and test that theory that there is no repercussions for broadcasting. And it's completely understandable. This is a brand new system. It's in a experimental or beta phase, and
Well, you're driving, I'm not.
the slightest bit of bad publicity for Tesla is exponential compared to a similar accident with a mainstream type, Ford, Chevy. Ford or Chevy isn't an accident, who cares? But if a Tesla's in an accident, oh my God, they're not safe, and the electric cars are. This is a big boondoggle, and
It's taking the corner fantastic.
nice.
No, and everybody's made a big deal on it on all the channels that there is not a disclosure on it this time. So a lot of channels are all talking about how there is not a disclosure this time. But, and I could totally understand that if you are a single driver and you're videotaping. And it's not a single driver situation in this situation. I'm not driving. And obviously, if there was that type of situation, I would immediately take it off. Why? Okay, why is it slowing down? It sees. Oh, we're at the post office.
Yeah,
Okay.
so yeah, it's only.
Yeah,
it won't park for you. I've seen other places to where it will.
Well, what's all the construction going on over here? And then you could point it to go home.
And if you look at the little green dot, that is the extent to where it is confident that it can see.
Oh, this construction over here is new.
So wherever you see a green dot, that's where the camera's forward limit of view. So I'll go ahead and tell it to go home.
Make sure I put that to where they don't actually see our address. I'm gonna put that down for just a second. So here we go. I don't want people to actually see our address.
Pull this off.
Now see, it's wanting to go around, so this will be interesting how it's going to want to go around it. Let's see if it slows down correctly, because, I mean, this is normal street driving, but then we're going to get into where it slows down into more residential. And then it will, okay, so here's going to be a nice curve right here. And I have to say that we have been watching nice curve. Nice. This is way better than the regular auto driving on this. The curves are way better.
Yeah, the regular autopilot, it will, once you've selected, it will keep you centered in your lane and at the speed that you want. If the road happens to turn, it will turn along with the road. But it will not make turns onto different streets. It will stay in the same street, even if the road were to curve. Whereas the beta will actually make turns onto streets as needed.
Now, if you saw the other video, we didn't do a very long video because we were just super excited. Matter of fact, my husband, you said you woke up in the middle of the night.
Yeah, woke up around 3, nothing. Okay, it wasn't my time, wasn't meant to be. And a couple hours later, woke up, hey, we're sending full self-driving beta to your car any second now.
Yeah, he said that it actually started downloading 20 minutes after he went to bed. But there has been many people that actually stayed up and slept in their car, which, of course, we actually enjoy sleeping in this car because we have the mattresses for it. And you guys, you know, if you haven't seen our videos on our trip, we did a 4,000-mile trip. Is it 4,000 or 5,000?
4.
Okay, for his 50th birthday in June. And we... Coco, don't start being a brat. He's a puppy, guys. He's only 10 months old. And we went to like Vegas and Hoover Dam.
There's the auto.
Yep, and that's a new feature. That
if it senses that your windshield is dirty, it will clean it. Before it would automatically turn on if it sensed that it was raining. But apparently a new feature to it is even if the cameras in front detect that there's too much dirt, it will automatically turn on the windshield wipers, which that's the first time it's happened.
Yeah, everybody was talking that they were hoping that they would catch that. And guess what, guys? We caught it. So that was something everybody's been talking about on the videos, that they were hoping to catch it. And we caught it. That's awesome. We actually caught that. That was awesome. That was not planned. You guys just caught that live. That was amazing. Now, the car did that itself, which technically what that just did was illegal. And I will tell you that right now because that was right there at the intersection and a cop would give us a ticket for that.
Didn't signal.
Yeah, you should report that because that was absolutely an illegal move. Absolutely illegal move. It was too close to the intersection and there was no signal. So that was an illegal move.
So every time I tap that little video camera icon, supposedly it will send a clip of what just transpired to the Tesla engineers, and then they'll review. And again, that's part of the reason why they send this beta out to uber careful testers, is so the system can learn, and it all goes into this big Skynet style brain, and it pushes out what it learns to the entire Tesla fleet. So it's really kind of a crowdsourcing effort to teach these full self-driving suites all the different scenarios that they can encounter. There's probably thousands, if not tens of thousands, of different scenarios that a driver can experience that are unique to the system. And once it learns all those little one-offs, then it just makes the entire system that much better.
I was kind of surprised he finally put it up. Oh, look at the baby deer. Yep. Poor little baby. You know somebody's going to hit that deer. Oops. But this would have been interesting to have going on our trip, because if you guys don't, if you're a Tesla driver and you wanted to know about our trip, because obviously we're not big, this is not more of a Tesla channel. This is obviously my craft channel. But if you are a Tesla person, you should go back and look at our channel and looking at the videos from our trip. So we have several stops that you guys would enjoy along our route, going up to like Yellowstone and Hoover Dam and Vegas and stuff, and then going down the coast, of all the stops that we went to, all the places to charge at, whether overnight for the free charging. Where else did we go to? We went to
There's a state park in California we went to that had a charger.
Yeah, and it had, one of them had a porta pot, but whatever. But
it was a McDonald's in Roswell.
Yeah, we went to, that's what I was thinking, was Roswell. And then how this actually handled during a really severe thunderstorm, a lightning storm, and that was right off the back. And that actually, so far has got the most views. So, I don't really expect for people that are crafters to totally understand the car. But I really wanted to teach the difference between free charging at the All America free charging across the country. And then, of course, the power chargers. And believe it or not, what was it? The 36 stall charger was the busiest one we saw. It was packed in California. But I also did a follow-up video on what it cost us for state and how much a kilowatt. It was nutso. And then we did send off some videos to Wham Bam channel. So hopefully you guys will see those soon if you watch the Wham Bam channel, of things that we caught. I decided not to put them on a video. And then there's some that we still haven't sent out to Wham Bam. But there was some weird stuff that we caught. And then there's stuff that I am putting on my other Instagram channel of curly, what is it? What noses to curly tails, of stuff that I caught on the car that we will be putting on from the car, as well from things that I got right outside the car that wasn't caught on the cameras. So yeah, we got a lot of stuff on that I'm slowly putting up. I'm holding down a lot of social media, and then still trying to raise a business. I'm launching my business tonight, actually starting to launch it, and then trying to set up Halloween. So I'm just very busy. October is like the worst month of the year for me. I still got to get up the video from last year, and I'm really anal about putting up my Halloween video. This year, we forgot last year to actually reverse a lot of the cameras. This year, we won't. Okay, let's see how it does. And it's creeping.
I did that because we sat through the last light.
Really? So did you report it?
No, it's not the car's fault. I don't think we're back too far. Where's that side still?
Oh, it does it. Creep up on purpose. Because we're back on Main Street, right?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm not sure if it sees us.
If not, pull back. Is there anybody behind us?
Am I too far back or too far forward?
You might be too far forward. I think you're... Oh, wait, stop. Because there's somebody coming. They might be able to hit that sensor. Oh, somebody getting all excited. See, now the little lightning light, they're sensing other vehicles around. It's a feeler.
Oh, yeah, they actually sensed that the brake lights were on. That's new too.
Yep. So why is it not noticing a car behind us now? Okay, now it did. So that catches the yellow light there. There we go. Yeah, the car behind us caught it. Yeah, they pulled up around us. Yeah, they're not big fans of Teslas. That car was behind us. Oh, the car don't like it. That's funny. The car does not like it, so the car got up behind it. Okay, now this is going to be an interesting scenario here because this road here is going to merge all the way over. So let's see what it does with this. Because this is where the bridge is at up on the right side. So Elon, if you're watching, this will be an interesting scenario. No, but watch, because this is how the road. So you might want to make sure you keep your hand on that wheel, no matter, absolutely tight, because this scenario is going to be interesting for me. Because this right here, even I don't like to. Yeah, see, is it slowing down?
Yeah.
See, it's trying to feel it out. It's feeling it out. Because even in my bike will go too fast, and even if I slow down. Because this curve up here, even if you slow down, still has such a sharp curve. They needed to curve it even more. Because this curve, they needed to curve better.
Okay, it's seeing it.
This is a bad curve. They did such a bad job on this curve.
Good.
So on my bike, I have a hard time curving this when I'm on my motorcycle. So that did a nice job with the bike. Or with the car. So now even this is be interesting because this narrows in places. So I'm interested to see how it goes through here, because then we'll have a merge over here. So if there's a car coming off the highway, see, that's what I was afraid of, that it would want to go over to the left. So I'd report that too.
It recovered.
Okay, so it did recover, so you're fine. But if it didn't recover, I would have reported that. So this is where it worries me, because this is where it's got cement barriers on this side, and then it narrows down through here. And then where they had low spots, they put in blacktop, which is stupid. This whole area is stupid. I don't know what that sign is.
It does have auto brights.
So it'll be interesting how much, and see how red that is. Look how red that is right there. And it's still somehow managing to have a white. Whoa. Yep. That scared me. See, that's where I said that I thought that would be interesting going through there. Oh, yep. Yep, had to take over right there. And that, by no means could you really blame the car for that because of all this construction. Because that's not normally on this road. So this is why the car has to learn it. The car has to learn this road and the construction. So it's kind of like, what is it? Google. When the Google goes around to learn a new road.
system is not maps dependent. Come on.
Come on, Venom. Turn right. Turn right. All right. That's the name of his car, is Venom. So it's basically doing the same thing. It has to map out the lay of the land just like Google. So that's another reason why you report this stuff, because it teaches it, like Google, the roads and where the construction is. So it does the same thing. So I think, considering this is the first time that it's doing that, and I'm sure we're not the only ones, though it's awful far to the right. I think it's done a beautiful job. And I don't know how many, well, I don't think there's really that, if there is anybody that's got 1,000% or 100% and that's in the 1,000 has done that yet in our area. So we're probably the first ones to be mapping the area. So the more people that maps the area, the least problems that we're going to have.
Again, the system is not dependent on maps. They want to make sure that the thing is recognizing correctly that it's seeing what it thinks it's seeing. And if that's not the case, then we report it. According to Elon, you don't even need a map. This thing will see what it sees, and that's what it will show. The maps are kind of a crutch that it may depend on in the worst case scenario. It's designed to not be dependent on maps.
True, but it's also not used to construction.
Right.
Which is what we're doing, is showing it where the construction is.
When it doesn't recognize the construction area, that's when we hit it so that they can analyze the video and then tell it, hey, this is what a construction area, this area looks like.
No, we're just going back. And I think it's doing an excellent job. Now, I am curious to see how it does Dead Man's Curve. Now, again, if you were watching our videos going back from our trip, these are nothing compared to what we dealt with in California. And Elon would know exactly what I mean, especially over by the factory. And we were by the factory, and we would have done, wow, that was beautiful. I can't even do that on my bike. That was absolutely beautiful.
And one thing I'm always able to do is to control the top speed. So if we're in an area that's kind of dicey, I can lower it. So even though the speed limit is 45, I have it down to 25 just so it doesn't get overconfident and then it sees these turns and it spazzes out.
Still, that was beautiful.
But even the traditional autopilot can do this part.
Yeah, that was beautiful. Though.
It's only once we turn on our street that it...
That was beautiful, man. I'll tell you what. Oh, they're doing the pipeline through the road now. Yeah, several people have died through there in the last couple of years, right there at that spot. Man, Elon, that was beautiful. And again, we're going back through the country, which is good because we actually got approached, what was it, on our second day that we had the car, that there is a Tesla family in even in our neighborhood of 250 houses and our country neighborhood. And I think we were number 6 in our neighborhood. And we had no idea who this guy was. My husband thought I knew the person. And I was like, I don't know who that person is. What the hell are you talking about?
Instant icebreaker. Hey, you got a Tesla. I got a Tesla. Hey, we're best friends now.
Yeah.
That's kind of the way he just rolled up and, hey, I saw your Tesla and I thought I could show you my Tesla. And...
It was freaking hilarious. And here my husband thought I knew the person. I was like, no, because I'm the talkative one, right? Because my husband's more the quiet one. I was like, I don't know who the hell this dude is. And I'm like, okay. He's like, hey, we can be friends. That's the way he kind of rolled it out. And I was like, dude, okay. Hey, do you want to join our club? That's the way he's like, he did, wasn't he? He was like, we have a Tesla club. You want to join? And I'm like, dude, We just,
Yeah, we'll think about it.
yeah, we'll think about it. We just got the car, and even this one's like the rental because we had flaws, and it was a Model 3, and we bought a Model Y. So he's like, wait, you guys get the Model Y? What color is it? We're like, black. You'll be the first black one in the neighborhood, and you'll be the first Model Y.
I think there is another one.
Oh, yeah, but that was after ours.
It might be an X though.
I think it's an X. It's an X. We got the first Model Y. And we have the first black one in the neighborhood. So it was like, it was creepy. It kind of creeped us out because it reminded us of the South Park episode, which Elon knows about because, you know, he was kind of part of that one. And I was just sitting there laughing. I was like, I said, you know, when the guy finally left, I was like, man, that totally felt like that episode with Elon in the whole episode of South Park. I was like, well, I guess we just creeped on into that one. So we were just laughing. But yeah, it's kind of creepy. But it's kind of weird. We could be driving by with somebody with a Tesla and everybody just like waves. We all wave to each other like we're all friends. It's creepy. Okay, so, well, I'm going to put the camera down just a bitty bit. Because we're coming upon the street and I don't want y'all to see my street. So I'm going to put it down here. And I don't want you, I don't want,
One last left.
yeah. So I'll put it down just a little bit. And once I get past the entry, ooh, that was kind of fast. Okay, so now you can,
Yeah, so there's no yellow lines here, so it makes its own.
yeah, so we don't have lines. See on the road? We have absolutely no lines on either side or in the middle. And it's trying to make lines. We have no sidewalks, no lines, no alliance, and no alliance with the neighbors either, because our neighbors are just kind of, well, depends on who it is. We have all kinds of neighbors now, and a lot of new neighbors, a lot of older, well, some old neighbors now. But yeah, some neighbors are nice, some neighbors are okay, most neighbors keep it themselves, so you just don't know what you get. It's a mix. But hey, people got to Halloween. I don't have all mine lit up tonight.
All right, puppies.
No, you could by the end of the weekend, my house will be so lit. It'll be so lit up, you'll see it from the end of the street. It's lighting up. Here, there's my sign. It's creepy. And Georgie's just out there. But I'm gonna end this before they drive you all crazy. And so let's see if it recognizes the car. Let's see if it does it again. All right, Coco. Let's see if it does it to the car or the bike again.
It sees the bike and the truck. But still not quite sure what that
Tractor is. Because the last time it thought the tractor was a car and the motorcycle was a person. So maybe it's learning. All right, folks, we're out.